drunks have been known to try puff to try and keep up. Good afternoon, driver. Welcome to the West Rhine Railway. You're in a cab of a DB BR406 ICE3M on a high-speed passenger service from Frankfurt Main Bahnhof to Karlsruhe Bahnhof, making a one-stop at Mannheim Bahnhof on the way. Please allow passengers to board here before departing. PCB and receiver. Put it in forward. Get some headlights on. Not those ones though. Guess those will do. Let's just zoom out a bit, shall we? This is Frankfurt, folks. Massive. So if you look at this, this is Frankfurt, and the line coming out here, it then turns south, wiggles around, and then we get a little bit arrow straight, as is typical of high speed, before eventually we end up at Mannheim. And then we come around here, swing around. Oh no, we don't. We come out this way, if I remember rightly. Swing round and make our way down to Karlsruhe there. So if I zoom out all the way, you can see it's a pretty long journey actually. I don't know what the exact route mileage is with the extension 4072, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of it. Noble Pro 321, how's my day been? It's been very good actually. Busy, as always. Moggy, you've been playing with the GP40 again. What have you been doing with the GP40? Right, so as we kick off, it should put it into restricted monitoring. 26 kilometers now. I've got a yellow light here. Green. Excellent. There's no point releasing because we're still limited to 40 km/h anyway. You've not really had much with the German routes, Irish Michael. Oh, well. They're a good learning experience, I tell you. If you're looking to sort of step up your experience. What's the button to speed up time in TS? There is a shortcut you can use to start the game in a different way that enables time acceleration. I wouldn't recommend you use it personally. The scenario won't play the same. So, but I can't remember what the command is at the moment. When you've got it, it's like control 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, but... Right, our next station is 77 kilometres away, so if you add that up, let's make a note of that, Flying Scotsman. 77 kilometres for our first station. Ah, there we go, the route is now 137 kilometres long. There you go. Sea Line, you've got 47245, have you? No, I haven't yet, no. It's a bit expensive, to be honest. I've got other things to spend money on. Jan Chudova plus 64-bit, your own personal C for Hell. Well, that'll be interesting. I don't know where we'll have to find out if Jan makes scenarios for this one. Bit of a German traction day, Ed. Pretty much. What with the new release? Plus, obviously, rules ignored on Train Sim World. How big is the new Red Devil Dom? So combined, I'm told it's about 137 kilometres. Get to go up to 90 next. Get out of this station area. Head south, which we're turning round to now. B. Harrison, the console TS World has got 3 routes. Northeast Corridor, Great Western and Rapid Transit. Any idea what causes the horn script to not want to play a short tone? I've got no idea. Sometimes it's down to the horn, the length of the horn or sample is just too long. So it's a simple one shot that plays the horn, and the horn is just a long sound that doesn't loop. Accelerating up to 90 now. Hey there, 822 Steam, how are you doing? Crucible, no, this is just as the ICE 3M and the BR 425. See that, Noble Pro? Yeah, it's 25% off, I think, isn't it, Ben, on PlayStation Store? Enjoyed 2 hours of stunting on TSW on the NEC route. Oh, you mean shunting? Oh, you did the one of the freight service then. They're doing the shunting at Oak Point. Or did you use the New York switcher scenario? Right, LZB is enabled.
AFB. AFB.
Just let AFB take it from here on. Other than DSD. Let's just bear in mind we have to do the CIFA, please. So. Great time to get a cuppa, have a nap, all sorts of things, Rob. LZB works under 160 kilometers. 160 kilometers now is the threshold. It's just that the rule is that you can't go above 160 without LZB. Right, we'll be jumping up to 200 shortly. Green with the green green. That's the best signal. Green with the green green. This line does go up to 300 kilometers an hour, I think, so I'm hoping we'll see some even faster running shortly. Are there any plans to bring goods wagons to a Somerset on TSW? I'd like to. I couldn't talk about any plans, but I definitely would like to get some at some point. You've been to Frankfurt in real life? Yeah, me too, Rob. Speed limit's dropping, so it should. It's already slowing us down. The R45 and TSW. I like the S-Bahn trains. I would definitely like to see the S-Bahn trains arriving as well. But again, I can't talk about plans, Vips plays. That's it, back up to 200. Why are all the German routes the ones with puns for scenario names? Oh, I don't know. They're like playing with the word ICE, don't they? Oggy, been playing Train Sim World on PS4. Looking forward to West Somerset DLC. Excellent. Well, it's coming out next week, so you have to let us know how you get on with it. Also looking forward to Rosig as well, yeah. I'm loving Rosig North. It's just great. Crucible, 22 months already. Keep up the good work, Matt. Thank you very much, Crucible. Much appreciated. Oh, and Flying Scotsman, I missed your bits. Evening, mate. Hope you're well. I'm very good, thank you. Why is that not showing anything up? Streamlabs. Oh, here it goes. Oh no, that's a different one. Amar! Bar humbug, everyone else has overtaken me. This is what happens when you're a Gronk, I suppose. Still having fun. Keep it up, Matt. Thank you very much, Amar. 23rd month. We need to do something special next month, don't we? Because it'll be 2 years of being a partner of Twitch. Answers on a postcard. Although by September next month. September, so it'll be October next month. Oh, P-Stick, you're doing another 24-hour time-lapse video. Excellent. Yeah, it's nearly Christmas, Flying Scotsman. Thank you for the host there, Yoshi fan. I'll be looking. 48 kilometres to go. We're on one of those long straight sections. Oddly cheerful. Can't buildings be cheerful without it being called odd? Is that all clear? .42 to Mannheim. Yeah, I was walking around Asda the other day and I saw mince pies and I actually swore out loud. The fastest German route in TS 2018 might be Hamburg-Hanover. I think that goes up to full speed, 300. How does this line compare to Hamburg-Hanover then, P-Schlick, lengthwise? Any UK scenarios tonight? Actually, don't think there are. We're going to do 2 on this route. Then there's a couple of services on Trainsim World Rohrsieg, and then I had a request the other day for ACS 64 on the Northeast Corridor. It makes a change to be able to celebrate the German stuff a bit, to be honest. Well, that's at the back, though. Burt Reynolds passed, does he? Oh, that's very sad. Joker, don't trigger me. You'll start me on a rant about what you won't get with 64-bit. Good evening, Chris. So 64-bit's coming anytime there's new routes that connect together when you buy them to create a larger route. 64-bit's really not going to help you do longer routes, really, because you could do long routes with 32-bit, but you'd have trouble putting lots of different AI on them. So really what 64-bit is about is putting a whole lots of, you know, it's even a short route. You can put a ton of different variety of trains on there. But no, to answer your other question, making a route doesn't take any less time, which means that they still come out when they come out, and they're already, like this one is a joined route, so that stuff is already happening. Yes, if you've got routes which use lots of different asset folders, then it'll definitely help those. But that's not down to the length of the folder, of the route, that's down to the way that the asset folders are used. P-Schlick was saying 64-bit automatically makes your minimum FPS constant at 64. Oh, okay then, in fair Joker. 140 coming up. Are there any ICEs coming into TSW in the future? Probably. The future is a very long time. G-Cook Scotland, yes, I am going to. And yes, the issue that you had, G-Cook Scotland, is a... it should have... hang on, what happened here? We appear to have come off of LZB. Oh well, I didn't want to score anyway. Yeah, essentially what happened with UG Cook Scotland is that oh, LZB has just re-enabled itself. That's a bit random. You had a signal aspect change where it went from clear to cab signal, which it treated as a reduction, which needs acknowledging, but it didn't sound the alarm to tell you it needed acknowledging. Oggy, yeah, more stock and more trains happening all the time, so. Mr. Rob Powell gifted another tier 1 sub to Moobot. Thank you very much indeed, Rob. How's your day, Sinks? Very good, very good. Oh, that's a good shout, Robs. Yes, so there'll be no stream Monday. And I'm not sure what's happening on Tuesday yet. Essentially, I've got to go down to the West Somerset Railway to do an interview on Tuesday, and I don't know what time I'm going to be back. So definitely not Monday, because I'm travelling over to the West Somerset Railway Monday, staying overnight. But as soon as we've done the interview, we'll be heading back. So I don't know whether I'll be home in time for a stream. I might be. So let's cut that one on the maybe. It does sound like a hardship, doesn't it? I know, I've just got to go dragged off to a preserved railway. A DTG at least sending in by first class post this time. Yep, absolutely, Crucible. LZB goes off when going through a slow speed station. See, I was expecting an alarm that I have to acknowledge. I thought you had to go through like an acknowledgement process to say you were handing back over control to PZB, but I might be misremembering that. As in, what should have happened there, I was expecting, was because I wasn't paying attention, it should have slammed all the brakes on. It's related, Red Devil Dom, it's related to West Somerset Railway being launched on console for TSW. Thank you, Irish Michael. I'm sure it'll go really well. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't been to West Somerset Railway before, so that'll be my first trip, and I might do a little bit of a recce ready for the stream meetup. Oh, did the end light not come on, Peachlick? I was too busy watching the chat and nattering to you, and next thing I know, I look over and I've not slowed down to the 140, and I'm going, oh, what's going on? Why are we speeding up? Yeah, I need to find out about reserving a carriage, Rob. That'd be really cool, actually. Much better than a room on the place. We can reserve a carriage. I can imagine that'd be quite pricey, though. Oggy, I can't talk about sales, I'm afraid. Other than what I will say is it's doing very well. Everyone's very happy. I don't know what the plan is for the interview. It's not like a Dovetail interview. As soon as I know when, where, and how you can see it, rest assured I will let you know. Syncs, no, I don't run any add-ons outside of things that are on Steam, just so that if someone was to see me playing this and it had all sorts of announcements and things, then and then they bought it and it didn't have those announcements, then they might be quite justifiably annoyed that they now have to buy more things to get what they saw. So just keep it simple. I'm hoping I get to see the Gronk. Do you know if the Gronk is out and about on the West Somerset, or is it tucked away in a shed somewhere, being repaired? Right, we're just round the corner now, 5 kilometres to go. Drop to 120 for the next limit. Round the corner a little bit more. Should show up on the HUD shortly. That's the 120. Yeah, the closest I've been to a 9F is the one that's at the Bluebell in Bits. Although I did see the Evening Star at the National Railway Museum. But I do want to go and see one in Steam at some point. 9F being one of my favourites. Drop to 100. Drop to 60. Well, we're going to Karlsruhe, so we've still got the second half of the journey to go, yeah? .50 limit at the next signal. Oh, National NYMR's getting one of those. Are they, Ben? Nice. You've not seen a steam loco in operation yet, Dash Stick? Oh, wow. Try and see one on the main line if at all possible. They're nice on the preserved lines, but when you can see them working hard, it's just a sight to behold. It's quite cool arriving at this station, because this is the start station on the Mannheim-Karlsruhe route, obviously. So it's quite cool to be arriving at the station to carry on. It sort of feels pretty epic. Need more TGVs in Train Sim. There, that'd be pretty cool as well. I'm not a massive fan of the high-speed stuff. I prefer regional and stopping services because it feels like you're doing more with it. But I do kind of like the high speeds when you do manage to speed a bit more. Although obviously with AFB and LZB you kind of don't do that. But I am growing. AFB is growing on me. I think I spent more time with it in TSW. I think they should give me like plus 1,000 points for being on time. Personally, I think that's reasonable. Glod is within grasp. The Glod is within grasp. Dream on. I'm slightly perplexed as to why LZB thinks it's still turned on, because I've got no LZB on this track. Next station is Karlsruhe. Limit here is 50 from this signal. We'll map break even by the end now. We've got one more stop, which will be another 333 points. So we will be still at minus points when we get to the end. Gutted. Speed limit's up to 100. flyover. Oh, is the Lille to Ashford route not come out yet? I thought that one had been released by now, Lana Chabada. But I must admit, I've not been paying attention, so... Or am I thinking of TGV Atlantique? I might be getting completely confused. Speed up to 190 kilometers an hour. So what railways have you got near you in Saarbrücken, Strat Shadow? Make the case for them going in the game. Quick Matt, steer left. That would make me go east, wouldn't it? I think we're heading south. Well, kind of. But we need to steer a long way left. .250 kilometers an hour coming up. The OMSI 2 DLC with suspended tram. No, I haven't, G-Cook. I won't pay a lot of attention to OMSI these days. Saarbrücken goes to Trier. Ah, that's on the Koblenz-Trier line, isn't it? Mosel Valley. Hey there, Big 8070. Thank you very much. Good to have you on the stream. Right, we just hit 250 kilometers an hour. About to get up to 280 kilometers an hour. I've gone to Plaid. Oh yeah. Oh, shut up. .226 kilometers an hour. We're speeding up slowly. Get to 280 limit next. All the passengers now pinned back in their seats, except for the ones that were facing backwards, and they're not having a great time at all. Transportation Euro, you're going to try and make an extension of the ECML York to Peterborough add-on. Nice. .265. Speed is in kilometres an hour, yes. .276, .277, 41 kilometres to go. Just look at that distance there. disappearing, just evaporating. We're going so fast. That's Hockenheim, isn't it, on the left? Remember rightly, with that wall? Right. Speed is being dropped. We've got a drop to 200 kilometers an hour coming up in a couple of kilometers. So it's easing us down. .29 kilometers to go for Karlsruhe. That's good for 200 kilometers an hour. Yeah, if you model up from York to Leeds, you can do the White Rose, can't you? Are there any ICE units that work TVM 430? Doesn't the new ICE 4 or something use 430? I can't remember. Eurostars did it, but I think there's other trains do it now, because the Eurostars, the White Rose Eurostars didn't last, they eventually stopped. I don't know what runs that service these days, whether it's an HST or a 91. Got no upcoming speed changes anytime soon. The stuttering in my instance is my SSD, Mr. Crispy. It's basically screaming that I might need to reboot my machine. .5 kilometers. Funny anecdote about the Waitrose service. Train drew so much power for a signal that another loco get close on the same line, it basically shorted the section. I heard that as well, actually. Hey, blessed. Nothing electric could move when a 373 was departing Goose Cross. Well, that depends, Ed, because if we're going south and you're going north, you might actually be standing still and not even know it. "13 kilometers to go." Switching seat, man. Got a drop to 140 coming up. Dash Dig, to answer a question earlier, I don't know how many operational steam locos are in Canada, but only 3 that come to mind that might be mainline certified. About 10 steam locos exist underwater for coral porpoises, and 1 was for an irrecoverable accident. Oh dear. Thank you for the cheers there, Dash Dig. You need to come over here. That's the simple answer to the problem. Should start slowing us down for the 140 in a moment. 7.6 kilometers. There it goes. There's so many great places to do a route round though in America, Pishlik. Further drop to 60 coming up soon. What, just under 3 kilometers? Yep. Do me a favour, strategy, because I'm interested. Can you trace the path in Google Earth and send me the KML file so I can have a look? You have to send me some of your photos of what runs there as well. Three kilometers to go. Just cut the power. And we'll just start slowing down. What do you mean, Matt, Rob? No, I'm just following the 60, Rob. You see the red mark on the HUD? That's my target speed to be able to meet the 60. And the 60 is well in advance of the station platform, so we're alright. Still under LZB. So there's the 60 limit. Dropped out from PZ from LZB. Wow. Okay. No idea why it dropped me on that one. Because I was still under LZB control when I went through the signal, so can't have been that. Good night, Cosmonaut. That means we're now limited to 40. Yeah, LZB went, and then a few moments after the LZB went, the emergency brakes kicked in. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. But stuff happened. A pair phone, yeah, I saw that as well. Did I acknowledge what, Rob? I mean, to be fair, there was no warning it was coming off of LZB, and I was under LZB as I went through the signal, so... Yes, I am supposed to acknowledge coming off of LZB, but it's supposed to be an end thing comes up. But that was probably what it was. Odd that it didn't do it last time, though. No, you only acknowledge a signal if you're under PZB, and I wasn't under PZB, Mickey. I was still under LZB at that point. I think it was not acknowledging coming off LZB. We're way ahead of schedule, though. If you lived here, you'd be home now in a field, yeah. Wait for it to finish. There you go. So minus 95. There you go. Right. What I am going to do is reboot this machine.